How and when did I know I was an empath? That's a great question. As a kid, I was always told I was too sensitive. I was told to toughen up and not take things so seriously. I can remember crying every day on the first day of school because I was surrounded by so much energy that I didn't know how to sort through and I didn't know what it meant. Walking through the hallways was like walking through a thick fog. I couldn't sort out emotions. I couldn't sort out everything that was going around me, and it was just so cloudy and unclear. As I got older, add on teenage emotions, and I was really not a good person to be around. I was depressed, and I was angry, and I was anxious all of the time. It wasn't until my 20s where I heard the word empath, and even then, I still didn't really know what it meant. It was kind of almost like saying, oh, you're left-handed. It was just a trait. It was just something that I called myself. I didn't know really what it meant to be an empath. I kind of continued as I was, absorbing all the energies of those around me, of all the people that I encountered, and I didn't understand what any of it meant. I wasn't dealing with my emotions, and I was a heavy smoker at the time and using food as well to kind of numb my emotions and feed my emotions. I used that as my form of medicine. I don't think I really truly knew what it meant to be an empath until I started my business 2 years ago. When I finally branched out on my own and really started to do things on my own, did I really truly start to understand what it meant to be an empath. I'd just taken a virtual assistant intensive course. It outlined how to start your VA business, what you needed to do, how to get your first client. And I've talked about this before, but it involved a lot of cold emails and joining a ton of Facebook groups and really kind of using every single platform out there to put your name out there. It left me completely drained and I felt inauthentic. I felt like I wasn't being myself. I thought, is this what it takes to run your own business? My confidence dipped. I didn't know what to do. I had a handful of clients, but I was barely paying my bills. I honestly was going to give up. I thought, do I keep going, doing what I'm doing, or do I just go back to an office job? I ended up seeing an ad for an Instagram course, and since I knew I loved Instagram and I was already on it all the time, I thought, why not take an Instagram course? And I used money I didn't have. Yes, I did charge it to sign up for the course. And I know you're thinking this is where I say everything changed, but not at all. Absolutely nothing changed. I went through all the modules. I took massive amounts of notes. I had like a clear plan of what I was supposed to do, and I did absolutely nothing. I did the bare minimum. I did maybe 1 or 2 steps, and then I got mad when nothing changed from me doing those 1 or 2 steps. So I ended up giving up, and I started looking for jobs, and I found a temp job doing what I was doing, basically what I was doing before. And from the moment that I sat down in my car and sat in traffic for an hour to get there, I knew that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. I was only there for a week or so. But in that time, I knew I didn't want to do it. And so I used every opportunity I could. I read books about being an empath. I went on Google and learned about being an empath. I followed every single empath account I could find on Instagram, and just immersed myself in trying to learn and understand what it meant. I started following a lot of empath coaches, and I would sign up for all of their free resources, all of their mailing lists, to just get as much information and to absorb as much information as I could to really, truly understand myself. And it was such a change because they preached about being a successful business owner exactly as they are. They didn't have to change anything. They didn't have to kind of be something that they weren't to thrive. And I wanted that too. I wanted that for myself too.